So if you know me or if you've been following any of my stuff, you know that I'm all in whenever it comes to leadership, personal growth, and those kind of things. I love learning about that, but also love learning about mindset and motivation, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and those kind of things like that. And I was reading a book the other day, and it was a secular book, and the guy was talking about the power of the subconscious mind. Now, our subconscious mind, that's the part of our mind that it operates night and day, right? That's where our habits, our beliefs, and those kind of things lie. But anyway, in this secular book, he was talking about that, you know, if you've got a problem or if you got an issue, then you can go to bed at night, and as you are about to go to sleep, you can kind of say this question over and over and kind of hand it over to your subconscious part of your mind. And as you sleep, boom, it gives you the answer, right? Well, I was reading another book, and it was a Christian book written by Charles Stanley. It's called Success God's Way. And what he was saying is, he said that, you know, this world has a thing called autosuggestion, which is exactly what I just said, where you hand something over to the subconscious mind. And anyway, he was saying the thing about us as Christians and as believers is that we believe that God's Spirit, His Holy Spirit, lives within us. So what we can do is we can lay down at night and we can pray to God and say, God, I know that my subconscious mind works night and day, and I pray that as I sleep that your Holy Spirit will plant your ideas and your goals and your desires into my subconscious mind and give me courage to fulfill it, right? So I'm reading this, and I say, you know, I'm going to try that. I'm going to give that a shot. So I lay down. I kind of say that my own little modified version of that God, your Holy Spirit is within me. I pray that as I sleep, that you plant your thoughts, your ideas, and those kind of things into my subconscious mind. But more importantly, what is it that the world needs to hear right now? Like, basically, write me up a speech. So I love speaking, and I have a goal and a desire to be an international speaker. So write me up a speech. What is it that the world needs to hear? What do I need to hear? What is it the world needs to hear? And I prayed that right as I was going to bed, and I was about to fall asleep, and I said, you know what? I really believe that I'm about to hear from God. I truly do. So I get up and I go into the living room. I get my notebook and a pen, and I lay it beside my bed. And y'all, I tell you, I had the most vivid dream I've ever had in my whole life. It was pretty amazing. I remember telling my wife about this. I told a couple other friends about this vivid dream. But what I want to share with you is a poem based off of the dream that I had. Now, I have never in my life written a poem. So just know that going into this, this poem is my first attempt at a poem, and is my first pass through. So I'd love to hear some feedback, any thoughts or feedback on that. But just know that this poem is based off the dream that I had. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna just read it to you. So, there once was a young man who was doing just good, but not all that he could. Contented and satisfied, contented with his work, contented with his kids, contented with his wife, and contented with his life. Doing just good, but not all that he could. Coasting and drifting and floating through his life, accepting, responding, reacting to whatever came his way. Until an old friend challenged him one day. I see you're coasting, you're drifting, and you're floating, doing less than you could. I know you're contented and satisfied, thinking all is good. But if you could do more, shouldn't you do more? Giving less than your best, man, you just like the rest. I see the same exact results in Bob, Mary, and Larry. Man, you exactly like the rest. Coasting, drifting, and floating, that's no way to live a life. Step up, out, and away from the crowd and live a life that would make the Father proud. Step up and live an abundant life, abundance with your work, kids, and wife. There's more to life than doing just good. Bless the world by using all the potential as you could. The young man who is doing just good, but not all that he could, responded with a long list of excuses to what he felt like were verbal attacks and verbal abuses. Hey, I'm doing just as well as all the others. I'm not cutting corners, stopping short, or going any further. I'm comfortable, satisfied, and contented, and it's not like I'm non-existent. I might do more if only I knew. What do you suggest I should do? Accepting, responding, and reacting to whatever came his way, his old friend continued to challenge him that day. Stop being Larry. Stop being Bob and stop acting just like Mary. Your gifts are to be used, giving them your best. Be you and unlike the rest. The world is waiting to see what you can offer. Stop tiptoeing, dragging your feet, and being a loafer. Act, serve, make an impact, create a legacy. Used properly, that's exactly what I foresee. Why fit in when you were made to stand out? Using the gift is glorifying the giver of the gift. Now that's what it's all about. So, when God speaks, hey, you write a poem, right? I hope this has added value to you. If it has added value to you, hey, give me a thumbs up down at the bottom. Share it with somebody. I hope you guys have a great day. God bless, and be world famous.